high-capacity crowd here.
Well, the atmosphere, Peter, certainly doesn't feel like a friendly. We all know about the quality we have on show here, so I hope that the crowd demand as much as they can get, and I hope the players will oblige on that.
So we're up and running. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Anthony Elanga is a very talented lad, Peter. And what I like to hear is that he pushes himself hard. He's hard on himself, that he won't settle for something average or decent. He wants to be the best he possibly can. So he pushes himself to the limits. And while his attacking game is growing and getting stronger, he still has some work to do, perhaps on the defensive side of things.
Yes, he'd be my pick too. It's going to be all about how they get the best out of him. That has been cut short.
Fernandez. Palmer. In by James. Tonali.
Trippier. That's really well manoeuvred.
Tonali.
Moved on forwards. Trippier. Trippier shifted upfield. And they've got rid.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Cucurella. Fernandez.
João Pedro.
Oh, that's well done, really robust.
João Pedro really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Gordon. Elanga.
Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. He's on it, can he get on? Takes a shot! First effort on goal.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Palmer. Caicedo. And it's James.
Tries to get it clear. Fofana. Pedro Neto looking here to chip it through. And reclaimed it in a trice.
Fofana. Palmer. Fernandez. Caicedo. James. Fernandez.
Cucurella played out to the left flank. Deep cross. Paul gets it away.
Caicedo.
Chance! And the ball's come loose here. Burn, aim forwards.
Caicedo.
Now it's Gordon. Hall.
Tonali.
Gets himself into trouble and he's lost it.
Caicedo. James.
Oh, can he get onto this? Pedro Neto.
James. And it's Palmer. Caicedo.
That'll be a throw.
Elanga.
Xiao forwards and with intent. Pedro Neto.
Caicedo.
Turns and goes back. Dealt with nicely by the defence.
Well, it's not the quickest of starts, but what it lacks in intensity certainly is made up by a large serving of discipline and organisation.
Palmer.
João Pedro. Nice physical. Shot at goal! Oh, that was no routine save.
João Pedro is offering a right smile there.
Elanga.
He's looking unstoppable. That has been knocked clear. James, gently done. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
And here comes the corner. Pedro Neto with the short one.
And it's Caicedo.
He's having a shot!
Elanga.
Great defending, strong and determined. That's good play.
Palmer. Caicedo.
And here's Neto.
Pedro Neto really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
That's a lovely, neat pass.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Fofana. Cucurella.
And it's played forward. Pedro Neto going full tilt down the left. And he's there to get it away. Xiao is fouled. Foot in, Tonali head out towards the right wing. Showing good feet. And it's Trippier. He's in plenty of space here. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. Fofana getting this one clear. Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it.
Played towards the other side. Now it's Pedro Neto.
Oh, that's neat.
Cucurella.
Aimed it. Diving header!
Looks as though there's been a call to arms here for those 6-foot plenties to head towards the penalty area.
Yeah, they've got plenty targets awaiting, so they'll be looking to get on the end of anything that gets played into the box.
Now that's well seen too. Cucurella. Moved on forwards. João Pedro. Knocks it out wide. James crosses. Trippier clears it away. It's gone out for a throw-in. Cucurella. And it's Cucurella. And they can counter here. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. James. Pedro Neto. Fernandez.
Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given.
Barnes. Alanga. Willock. He's onto it in a flash. Alanga. And here's Gordon. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Caicedo. Good run down the right. And he goes cross-field. Pedro Neto. Can he get onto this?
He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. He can get that clear. And the counter is on.
Gordon.
Free kick in a very dangerous area.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
He's gone direct. Oh, super goal! He's got himself an absolute peach. Oh, that is a bit special.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Fofana forwards and with intent. Barnes. Byrne shifted upfield. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Cucurella. Pedro Neto. Tonali. Willock. Trippier. Elanga. Ooh, can he get onto this? And he cuts out the supply. Pedro Neto. Oh, he's found support out wide. Oh, smashing header! Hits it again, but still no joy.
Maybe they're trying to cash in on this, but someone has to up the quality here, both movement and delivery.
Crossing. Cleared away. They've got a corner here. Tries to get it clear. Caicedo. That's really well manoeuvred. James. And it's James. James chooses to go cross-field. Shapes to shoot! Paul getting this one clear. Shot, surely! Willock gets it away. Chow can get it clear. Now it's Gordon. Gordon spread out to the left. Cucurella aim forwards. Elanga. Cucurella. Chalobah. Caicedo. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Pedro Neto. Out to the left it goes. Now it's Pedro Neto. And the cross comes in. And it's kept out by a stubborn defence. Fernandez. Over to the left. Pedro Neto providing an outlet on that flank. Well-timed, excellent interception. Caicedo has a look up from the right-hand side, seeking out options. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Gordon. Elanga. Palmer. Fernandez. Cucurella. Cucurella, gently done. He is just caressing the ball. And it's Fernandes. And the shot! Tonali. Burn. Aim forwards. And here's Gordon. Barnes. Tries to get it clear. Chalobah. James, head over towards the opposite flank. Fernandes. Well read, nice interception. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Tonali, forwards and with intent. Nice control, played into the middle. Sanchez deals with that nice and simple. And it's played forward. Caicedo. James looks to the other side. Pedro Neto. Tries a measured ball. Pedro Neto. Defending of the desperate variety. Very nicely done. Hit into the middle. That has been knocked clear. Tonali. Has a look and plays it forward. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Fernandes. That's really well manoeuvred. Oh, he's found support out wide. Oh, sweet feet. Can he deliver? Chooses to go back. He's had a shot! Pedro Neto plays it short. There's the shot! Oh, what a climb! Out of play for a goal kick. Trippier has found the net here, of course. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Is there any support? He might not need it. And it's Hall. That is lovely. He slings it in. And that was very necessary. Fernandes. Fofana is onto it in a flash. Gordon. He's found a way through. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Cleared without complication. And that's been won straight back.
Byrne. Fernandez. Palmer, spread out to the left. And it's Cucurella.
Great run on the overlap here.
Palmer.
Now then, the ball's come loose.
Caicedo.
Might be danger here. Cross deflected behind for a corner. Pedro Neto goes short. That's tidy. Fernandez. Now here's the delivery. Out to the left it goes. Cucurella puts the ball in. Shoots! Decent enough try.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Spread out to the left. Barnes delivers. Barnes clouts it too hard.
Caicedo.
Moved on forwards. And he's got his range wrong there.
Willock.
Now it's João Pedro. Byrne does really well to win the ball there.
João Pedro really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Willock. Chalobah. Palmer.
Well, that is not the best ball.
And he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Fernandez.
James shifted upfield.
And it's James.
James chooses to go cross-field. Cucurella. Oh, it's played into the area. And out it comes again. And here's Neto. Cucurella. Lovely feet.
Palmer.
Pedro Neto. Oh, nice touch.
Palmer.
Applies the finish! Oh, that is very close.
Palmer brilliantly took control of that, which was exactly what the situation required.
And that has been cleared. And he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Save.
Absolutely terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best.
Chalobah aim forwards. Fofana. Oh, there's a probing ball. And that is out of play. Tonali. Hall gently done. Fofana attempts a clearance. Trippier. Willock. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time, because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Well, things just haven't quite clicked, Peter, have they? They're behind and they deserve to be, but they've had a chance to regroup now, so we'll see how they come out at the start of the second half.
Barnes. Willock. Elanga. Lovely bit of skill. Trippier. Crossed into the middle. Up he goes! He's done very well to get to that.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Chalobah. Caicedo. Moved on forwards. And it's played forward. Chalobah gets across to intercept that. Pedro Neto. Played towards the other side. And it's Palmer. James. Palmer. James. In by James. And the keeper gets his hands on it. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Chalobah. Fernandez. Pedro Neto. Palmer! He hits the net!
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
He gave it plenty and some. Smashed it in.
I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
James. Palmer. Fernandez. Cucurella forwards and with intent. Pedro Neto plays, climbs up big. It's in, and the comeback is complete. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
João Pedro demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Chalobah. Fernandez. Palmer. Cucurella. And he goes cross-field. Willock, that's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. That's really well manoeuvred. Calmly anticipates. Fernandez. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack. And it's Caicedo. Oh, a delicate chip through. Throwing. Time for a change in personnel. James. Moved on forwards. Barnes. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. Elanga. Trippier. Pedro Neto cuts it out. Fernandez. Caicedo. Fofana. Palmer. Chalobah. And it's played forward. And they've got a throw. Barnes forwards and with intent. Fofana tries to clear. Cucurella. Fernandez. Caicedo. Palmer. Caicedo. And it's Palmer. Now it's João Pedro. Palmer. Oh, good spread. Now it's João. And a chance! Didn't quite meet it right. Played out to the right. That's a promising run he's making on the right. Pedro Neto, gently done. He has found a way through. He's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Yeah, they didn't smell the danger early enough, but I suppose better late than never.
Willock shifted upfield. Tries to get it clear. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. He can run onto that. And he's Palmer! He's scored! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
So the lead now is 2.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Done delicately. Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
João Pedro, well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
It's Palmer. James, and that's aimed into the middle. Tonali tries to clear. It's an inviting looking ball that. Chalobah cuts out the pass. Barnes, Willock, Palmer. James, hurtling down that right flank. And it's James. Delivers with whip. Defending of the desperate variety. And the shot! And he has been fouled there. And it's been taken short. Crosses it in here. It's not pretty, but it gets the job done. Clears it away. And here's Neto. Oh, such a clever touch. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Fernandez. Out towards the flank. Oh, that's nice. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Chalobah, aim forwards. João Pedro. Willock wins the duel this time. Oh, can he get onto this? James gets over and intercepts. Cucurella. Pedro Neto. James. Danger averted for now. They've played it short. Cross goes in there. And that has been cleared. And the shot! Oh, brilliant save by Pope! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And it's been taken short. Willock getting this one clear. Hall gently done. Muscular approach does pay off here. Barnes. That's very neat. It's a mighty effort! And the header is disappointing in the end.
You really could have done with engaging those crosses much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
Willock shifted upfield. Hall have it back and can go again. Barnes. Willock. Big chance! Good strike, quite an alarm.
Chalobah. Fernandez.
Now this could be a chance.
Chalobah.
Moved on forwards. Trippier makes the interception.
Fernandez.
Palmer could complete a hat-trick here, Jim. What do you reckon?
I think he's got every chance, and he's got plenty of time too to get his third. And the way he's gone about this match, he looks very much like he could even end up getting more. He's full of hunger and running.
Xiao.
And it's played forward. Nicely intercepted. That has found him in acres of space. Cleared away. Trippier played over towards the opposite flank. And it's Hall. And here's Barnes. Oh, that's nice. Caicedo does really well to win the ball there. João Pedro. Caicedo, who does have an assist to his name.
Cucurella.
Pedro Neto.
Cucurella. Caicedo. Palmer. Fernandez.
Pedro Neto. Played with finesse. Tries to get it clear. And claimed it back swiftly. Lovely bit of skill. Here's Fernandez. Takes a shot.
Well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range. Yeah, just noticing now about that defensive line and how much it's dropping. It's too deep for me.
And why do you think that would be?
Well, it's an obvious move to prevent the opposition from exploiting the space that was usable.
Fofana. Fofana forwards and with intent.
Cucurella.
And it's Palmer. That's really well manoeuvred. Hall forwards and with intent. Cucurella, gently done. João Pedro. Palmer. And it's played forward. Trippier gets over and intercepts. Thiaw, nicely aimed pass. Now who's going to be first to this? Palmer. Caicedo. Moved on forwards. James. Alex Willock. It's a great ball. Goes for a shot! And somehow he managed to miss it.
That's more like it. They have to force the issue, and that's the way to do it.
Fernandez shifted upfield. Now it's João Pedro, and he's found a way past. That's a nicely weighted pass. Pedro Neto. It's run loose here. Played into the middle. Brilliantly cut out. Willock aimed forwards. Elanga. Thiaw. Driven forward. That has been cut short. Fernandez. Caicedo. That's really well manoeuvred. Hall. That's been drilled forward. And he cuts out the supply. James. Chalobah forwards and with intent. Now it's João Pedro. Barnes. Proves too strong. Chalobah. Caicedo. Fernandez. Quality ball. Pedro Neto looks to get on the end of this. Caicedo. Fernandez. João Pedro. Cucurella, who's on a run down the left wing. And he's there to clear it. Hall goes forward. Fernandez have it back and can go again. Fofana. Cucurella. Now it's João Pedro. Hall gently done. Willock. Over to the left. Now it's Barnes. Tonali. And it's Trippier. That's tidy. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Chalobah. James. Did well to step in there, that was more than necessary. Moved on forwards. Chalobah with the clearance. Willock is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And it's played forward. Tonali. Paul shifted upfield. Defending of the desperate variety. Played towards the other side. Barnes. Great work on the overlap. Ah, such a clever touch. There are a few waiting for it. Oh, this is a great chance! In by Trippier. James with the clearance. Delivered in. Oh, smashing header! Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it. Fofana, gently done. Pedro Neto, and he goes cross-field. And it's James. So who's he picking out? That has been knocked clear. And reclaimed it in a trice. Cucurella. Oh, it's come loose. Fernandez. Tonali producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Well, they could break here. Willock. Elanga. Trippier. Time is desperately short now, but it is a corner. Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. A warm ovation on his way off, and that is the least he deserves.
I think he's put in a good shift, and their fans appreciate that. I think he could feel pretty happy with the contribution he's made.
Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. James. That's really well manoeuvred. Tries a deft little ball. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Now then, the ball's come loose. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Chalobah, aim forwards. Pedro Neto is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows that.
Cross. James. Chalobah. James is onto it in a flash. Fernandez. Two minutes to be added on.
Trippier. Burn. Up towards the front line. Well read, nice interception. Fofana. Fernandez. Fofana. Moved on forwards. Now that's well seen too. Palmer. Caicedo. Chalobah. So that's it. It is all over. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good. The end of the game. Reflections?
Well, what a difference a half can make, Peter. And the second half saw this team full of courage and energy. It's very impressive how this team turned it all around.
My thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you.